Hi, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Melissa J. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Today's topic, I wanted to speak about the first 13 laws of getting to your higher self in order. Yes, because it's not a direct way, but it will get you closer to you getting to your higher self, and meaning knowing yourself, because that is very, very important, especially in these last days and times that we live in. A lot of people, they don't really know that they have a higher self because they let things outside of them control them, and they wonder why a lot of things come to them. A lot of that things that may come to you could be from depression, hate, anger, sadness, just all type of things that you allow to come to you. But today I'm saying there is an antidote to that. And the antidote is that you have to make sure that you choose thyself, but there is a law and there is order to it. Okay, so if you follow these, then you will get much closer to your higher self. Everybody has a separate story on how they need to, make that connection to their higher self and continuously. But I'm going to give you the first 13 laws in order, which is an idea. And the first one I'm going to say is you have to figure out yourself. Okay. And the way to do that is that you must know that you and self are two different entities. Sorry. But it's real. I mean, I know it's a two tedious words that we really don't pay attention to. And I had posted on my Facebook page that words do carry energy, because they do. So you have to really watch what you really tell yourself, because it listens, and then you wonder why things come to you. So that's a very tedious first law, that you must figure that yourself out, knowing that you and self are two different entities. They're two different people and in one body, and that is you. But you are on the outside and self is on the inside, but self wants to come out to blossom, but you must make sure that your core, meaning knowing that you have a self, blooms so the self can blossom. And this is the first law, meaning figuring out, figure, that's a key word, to know yourself, to reach your higher self, to make that connection. Okay, not connect, but a connection, because a lot of us function on the outside instead of operating from the inside. Okay. Number two is thought. Okay. Number two is thought. So thought is that you must have your thoughts to change. Okay. What the society, tells you. You must stop allowing things just to come to you, and you must control everything that, before it comes to you. So your thinking has to change. So instead of you letting society do the thinking for you, your thoughts, meaning connecting to the self, as I spoke about the first law, figuring that you and self are two different entities, you will be able to control your thoughts, okay, and think on a much more higher level, making that connection with your higher self. All right. Number three is measure. So instead of looking at things that what goes around comes around, you must start to measure your life in order, okay, out of chaos and confusion. So um, instead of you running straight to problems or allowing problems to come to you, which will be number four, solving your problems, making all your situations and calculating them for solutions. But I'll get to that in a minute. But you must measure all your problems before they come to you, because now your thoughts will be in a natural order, because you will be operating, not functioning, but operating as self, and you will be able to solve all your problems, most of your problems. You won't even have problems, because When I was speaking about in one of my other videos, I was saying that we all are energy. So basically, you'll attract, okay, positive things to you and think positive things because your thoughts will be in order, and you'll be able to measure all your problems out, and your problems they will either diminish, you won't have no more, or you will have less to few problems. Because a lot of us, we have problems, all of us. I mean, that's something that we naturally probably really can't just get rid of, but we can minimize those things. Okay. So number 4 is problems from the first 13 laws of getting to your higher self in order. Number 4 is measure. So you must measure all of your problems and make sure that you can direct them out in order before they even come to you. So basically, you're changing the way you think, meaning your thought, and you're allowing yourself to measure your problems to where they are least, too little, too small, to any problems. So you must, first law, you must recognize that you must operate as self, because inside the core of you wants to bloom out, to blossom. So you must make sure you measure those things out. Now, I'm not telling, you what to do, but everybody, like I said, has a separate story on their life. But everybody has certain things that they come into. So instead of coming into these things, I'm telling you things so you can rise up to, okay, instead of getting into, because you are functioning right now off of things that come to you instead of rising above these things so they don't come at you. So that's why I'm giving you the first 13 laws in order, okay, to get to your higher self. And getting to your higher self is very, 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 very essential, especially in these last days and times. We're dealing with a lot in the world today. So instead of stressing about things, instead of being depressed, instead of being oppressed, these are vital, 13 signs that you must start to operate as self, because that's what everybody needs to start getting up to, is their self. So that's why I'm speaking about this today. Number 5 is calculation. Okay. So you must calculate your life as far as being timeless. Okay. Don't worry about the clock. Okay. For time is really an illusion, but we utilize this time to, function in the world. But it is just something that helps you to, do basic things, as a person, as you, functioning as a you instead of self. But it's just a basic instinct to help you to, go to work, to make certain things on time, to, do this. But once you really start connecting with your higher self, time will really disappear. Okay. You won't be rushing. That's why I say calculation is a must. The rushing will go away. You will really move to the rhythm and the beat of the earth, the rhythm of the beat and the sound, the tone and the frequency, the vibration of the earth. So by calculating your thoughts, by calculating whom you are, meaning self, these things will fall into alignment, and you will be able to balance your life out a much, much more better. Okay. I'm not going to really go too further in this because I'm going to be writing a lot of this in my blog that I am working on right now. So I'll leave the descriptions, if not in this video, but in my next one. But these are things that really, really, really help. Calculation even will take your aging away. Okay. You won't age as fast. You'll mature mentally, and physically and things like that, but you won't age because you won't be moving to the time of society. That's why I speak about society all the time. I respect the powers that be, but I speak about society all the time because a lot of these things is nothing but illusion, but you getting yourself upset over things that are not even real. It's just an illusion. You're just, in motion in these things and not rising up to these things. But if you rise up to these things and follow, these directions in order, not saying I know your story personally, but these are just vital, essential, surface visionalized actions that you could take to start rising up to your higher self. Okay. The next one is solution. So all your solutions, meaning you will be able to manage each situation that come to you and make proper discernments for them by your solutions. So solution is very, very key, okay, because it solves your problems. You won't have none. You will have least to little to none. And I don't care if you're in a relationship or, whatever type of job you have or, business or whatever. The solution to each situation, you will be able to automatically solve them instantly because you will be moving timelessly instead of with time. I mean, you'll see these things basically for what they are, but your body will be making a connection to your higher self because your higher self will take care of those things for you, period. All you got to do is just diminish the things up on what society oppresses on you or depresses you with and just release it and let these things go. Okay, that's all you have to do. I mean, I know it sounds that I'm speaking it simple, but it is kind of tedious and hard and it's going to take time, but you can do it. Okay, the next one is idea. So all the ideas will start coming to you on your direction to start connecting and making that connection for your projection of your higher self. Okay, because you will no longer be functioning off what society has for you. You'll be here because you'll be utilizing your body for what, you're supposed to be doing here, but you'll be operating on a much more higher elevation, rather than, allowing things, as I was talking about, just to come to you. Because I know you be thinking about, you be want to do other things. Well, you'll be able to do these things because the idea of these things will come and give you direction on how to do whatever you're supposed to do. This is self. You have to let that core bloom so the outside of self can blossom, because you'll attract things to you, but you have to visualize and think in a alignment and a balancement. Balancement is key, okay? And order is a must. That's why I'm speaking these things, to put yourself in order, okay? Because remember I was saying about figure, you have to make sure that you is on the outside and self is on the inside. But that self, that's what 2020 is about. It has to come out. It wants to balance. It wants to work for you instead of you working up against it. Because a lot of you work up against things that you know that you're supposed to be doing. You know it, but you will say, well, I got to do this and I got to do that. I got to do this and I got to do that. Okay, yeah, but you do, but there's a way to do it and manage everything and just let things go. Just let it flow. Your body is energy. You will automatically contract things to you, but you just have to purify yourself. That's why I have this white background and I wear white, because it's a continuous purification of yourself, and that is self. Self is whom you are. That's who you're really supposed to be. But when you're busy working off of you begin to malfunction, and it causes stress, anger, depression. And I know a lot of you, you're not always depressed, but those moments to where you just be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't feel like getting up. I don't want to go out here. But you will be able to manage these things better, especially with the seasons and stuff changing, because right now we're going into the season of fall. So you'll be able to really put yourself in a balancement and an alignment. All right. Which brings me to planning. That is the, what's that number? I think 8. I'm not for sure. I just keep talking, but plan all your things out, okay, that you are doing, because the ideas will come and you will need to know what to do with these ideas. You don't want to be like, okay, I got to do this and I got to do that. No, the planning of these things will come, and you have to make sure that you are in alignment to put these things in order and direct these things out. So when the planning comes, this is what the alignment does. It aligns everything in your life. It balances everything in your life. Okay. You will begin to self-love whom you are and accept that self-love. And by you self-loving yourself, other people will love you as well. See, a lot of people think that we have to find love outside of ourselves because of what society just paints this picture and, give you movies and, television shows and, what they put out in social media and stuff like that, what love really is. But love is really healing. It's healing self. And you'll be amazed what you'll attract to you. You'll start to, look better. You're vibrant and just everything will just work for you on the outside. Even if you see something, which is your vision, it will automatically put itself in alignment for you. Okay. So self-love whom you are. The next one is, of course, all these things that I'm telling you, you'll have to put in order and organize these things. And, just make sure that you follow and, be more direct instead of, just over here, over there. I got to do this, I got to do that. But a more of a direct connection rather than just reflecting. You'll be more of a projecting. And that is a much more higher continuous source. It is. Okay. I'm going to not go too far in this video, so I'm going to say the last two, but it is, separating from things that no longer serves you. That is a very, very big thing. So once you start getting things in order, you will know from the right and wrong what the righteous path is. Okay. And that is a direct connection and not letting that connection become disconnect, because if you get off your path of yourself, then you'll start to gain more problems, have a much more bad attitude, and just all type of things that you be wondering, like, why is this happening to me? Well, this is why, because you got off the path, but you didn't separate those who don't belong to you. And I spoke about that in one of my other videos about the desires. I almost let my desires, get the best of me. Well, certain things will come to you. It will come to you, but you have to know how to discern and keep yourself on the direct connect path of the source and make that connection. Instead of connect, you have to make a connection. Okay. And call things to you instead of calling things at you. Because when things called at you, then you have to react and it causes a contagious rubbish. And then there you go. You in all type of problems instead of planning. You in all type of chaos instead of creating. You all in type of confusion instead of, doing what you're supposed to do, meaning connecting with your higher self. So that's why I speak of these things. And I hope this helps somebody. If you have any questions about the topics I speak about, the topic today, you can comment below. But you can contact me at melissaj328@gmail.com. That's melissaj328@gmail.com. All right. So I'll leave the description down below for business inquiries only. But I just wanted to bring this out and speak to whoever stopped at my channel today. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because I got amazing things coming to this channel. I want to speak to a lot of people who kind of don't get a understand to ultrastand about some of the things that are going on in our world today, and want to keep on elevating and moving above, because there's a lot of tedious things going on that a lot of people just don't see, and they probably have their life together, but it's certain things in their life that they need help to iron out, and I'm here for that. So like I said, if you have any questions, you can comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but email me at melissaj328@gmail.com. Thank you, and you all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you at my next video.